Hi, I'm James, and today I thought I'd have a quick look at Wargames Illustrated, issue 438, June 2024. Now it's come with a free sprue of figures. These are from the Gates of Antares range, and they are Algorin AI squad. Okay, I'll probably have a look at them in a separate video, so I'll put them to one side for the minute. So let's have a look what we've got. Theme is weapons. Okay, fair enough. So let's have all the usual sort of contents. So the quick observation post about new stuff. So for Stargrave, Dwarven Mine, okay. Villa of Galen the Greek, Gangs of Rome, yeah, okay, Gangs of Rome, something I do need to look at there. Wargames Atlantic Age of Chivalry Foot Knights, okay, yeah. The British Expeditionary Force, now I've picked up some of them and I'm working on some of those at the minute, so I'll have a look at that. Release Radar, okay, usual sort of bits and pieces floating around there. So quick fire, what have we got? Ragged Staff Minis, okay. Moonlight, Daylight and Glowing Crystals. Okay, if you play something like Mordheim in particular, that's going to be quite useful. They tend to be quite large ones, but okay, that'll be worth a look. Okay, Crimean, Samurai, okay, yeah. So weapons in Wargames, conversation with definitely some big names in the hobby, the Perry twins and Jervis Johnson. Okay, so that'll be an interesting read. Quite impressive that you've managed to get Epic 40k and Indiana Jones in there. Okay. A Scrap Heap Challenge. Okay, I like the thought of that. That's something that would tie in with an awful lot of different games, like, you know, science fiction, and, you know, particularly perhaps. So okay, so how it's been built using all the bits and pieces is unlikely you're going to have those bits and pieces, but the principles are very much the same. So 2,000 years and counting is looking at the pike, and it particularly emphasises the Second World War, in particular the Japanese. Okay, so a few bits on sort of creating them and how to use them in the game. Okay, that kind of makes sense. With it being June, how to make a beach in 28mm. Yeah, so, and I always like this, how much all the different bits and pieces cost. I think that's quite a clever idea. Smiting the Good Smite, looking at biblical era chariots. Okay, again, not a lot rules wise so much with this, but more sort of thoughts on game design. Okay, show report for Salute. No, I didn't get down there, but some very nice games by the look of it, some of which I have seen I think elsewhere, but yeah, some nice bits. Hold Until Relieved, that'll be well worth a look at for me. I'm always interested in Pegasus Bridge. Okay, so yeah, a lot of new games in there, so there's some nice ones. Now this was a bit of a strange article, the Mosin-Nagant rifle. Great for detail on the weapon, but really, from a gaming perspective, there's nothing. There's a nice little scenario with the providing of them to the IRA for the Easter Rising, which in reality the shipment was intercepted. But I don't know why there's the pages on the rifle. Okay, how to paint dramatic object source lighting OSL with the Dick Winters figure. Okay, I suppose if you're painting up US paras, that's actually probably going to be quite useful generally. Yeah, and it does show the variant for the historical version, because apparently on the 3D printed one you actually get an option, rather than using Damian Lewis's head, to actually used one based more on the original. Then we've got a thing on the Thompson, yeah, how it was used. A little bit of a scenario again for Nicaragua in 1929 Pulp Adventure. Yeah, it almost feels like the weapon bits are superfluous to these, but I don't know. It may suit your style more than mine. So campaigning in Ruckus, I've picked up the Ruckus rules. They came with the previous issue, and now we've actually got campaign rules. I do like this. This is looking nice. A couple of new scenarios, Back from the Dead and The Rescue. These are very much designed if you've rolled this for the fate of a character, now let's see what happens. Shield Maidens, making up a nice little diorama. I've never seen the point in these, if I'm honest. I'm not a diorama painter. If I was, I'd be picking up sort of modelling magazines rather than gaming ones. But again, if you're interested in it, that's, I suppose it's fair enough. And then you're into the adverts at the end. I look forward to the next issue, where Hail Caesar, Punic Wars epic figures. Okay, so not really a lot in there for me. A bit disappointed, if I'm honest. In all fairness, it's probably worth picking up for a sprue of figures, because that's going to give me 5 science fiction figures, or a range I haven't got. But from the perspective of useful content in the magazine, I didn't feel there was that much this time.